In the news tonight, conspiracy charges dismissed against 3 serving members and 6 retired senior officers of the Guyana Police Force.
When we read the statements, it was clear to us that I don't believe that this file really went to the Director of Public Prosecution's office.
And security guard remains in custody as police probe Delp Street shooting death. The $10,056,000 fraud conspiracy charges brought by the Special Organized Crime Unit SOCU against Assistant Police Commissioner Ralston Andrews Jr., Senior Superintendent of Police Merceline Washington, and Assistant Superintendent of Police Marlon Kelman, along with retired officers Paul Slow, Clinton Conway, Claude Whitaker, George Fraser, Mark Gilbert, and Michael Sutton, were today dismissed in the Georgetown Magistrates Court. The fraud charges were in connection with the review of the police force's standing orders. Magistrate Rondell Weaver, in her ruling, pointed to the lack of evidence in the matter. One of the touching points raised by the magistrate in her ruling was a memorandum detailing hours worked by the defendants, the computer used, and other documents which were handed over to SOCU and were in the possession of SOCU at the time the charges were instituted against the defendants. The court was told that these essential documents were never disclosed to the court, which has raised eyebrows in the conduct of SOCU. Further, the magistrate noted that the evidence in the prosecution's case is miserably lacking and missing essential elements of conspiracy. They calmly walked out of the courtroom feeling vindicated. Their attorneys, Dexter Todd and Darren Wade, both said the charges were bad in law.
That was, of course, verified when they disclosed to us the statements. When we read the statements, it was clear to us that I don't believe that this file really went to the Director of Public Prosecution's office. And because if any lawyer sitting and reading these statements can watch 5 former serving members in their faces and say, listen, I will charge you for conspiracy. How? From the statements alone, there was absolutely nothing jumping out of the meeting of the mind of anybody planning to defraud the police force. So these charges were bound to fail from the beginning. This decision of the magistrate was a very good reason one. And I think we encourage that the court share that decision with the fraternity. And of course, to have it in the library because it's a very good judgment. It follows the law. And I believe some of the things mentioned are not new or should not be new to the Director of Public Prosecution's office. And so they, when they were looking and reviewing the statements, should have been looking with that type of eye. Can we establish the elements of this offense? And clearly, they could not.
What is most concerning is that the magistrate identified and called out SOCU for basically hiding evidence. They were memorandums, they were petty contracts. So you cannot claim that these men carried out work without a contract. When there was a contract, they were meeting between the then Commissioner of Police and senior police officials at the time when the revise or the review of the standing orders were being conducted. As my brother, Mr. Todd, rightfully said, what benefited the state at this point is that Mr. Irfaan Ali was able to suspend the Police Service Commission, and we all know, the entire Guyana know, what came after. They were able to they were able to promote their own people and place them in the hierarchy of the Guyana Police Force, sadly. Sadly, that these men who served Guyana with distinction over the year had to go through this trauma.
Todd feels that the charges were quite convenient.
Based on what was disclosed, I hold a personal view that it wasn't rushed because this was a very thick bundle. You had a lot of statements, you had a lot of disclosures made here, and I would think that any police would have had time to do that. But I think the charges were quite convenient. So I wouldn't say rush, but it was quite convenient because it came at a time in which there was a direct intention to stall the operations of the Police Service Commission. So it was very convenient, not rushed, but very convenient, because persons would have had time to put together and concoct these false charges and place before the court.
The court observed in the prosecution's case there exists contradictory evidence of existence of an arrangement between the Guyana Police Force and the 5 defendants in relation to the revision of the Guyana Police Force's standing orders. Further, there was also evidence of such a revision being done in 2019.
Drink and taste, you will never decline. Extra lemon and lime. It's the two combined. It's one of a kind. Extra lemon and lime. Extra lemon and lime. Taste the citrus in every sip.
Say goodbye to germs with a free Sterling Super Soap automatic dispenser. That's right, get free equipment and installation of our touch-free dispenser. The perfect amount of soap every time ensures clean and germ-free hands. Refilling is quick and easy with 4 amazing fragrances: coconut, sunflower sunrise, pink blossom, and citrus zest. Call us on 265-7403.
I'm Anshul. I'm the manager over here at Brooklyn Institute of Vocational Training. We provide home health aid training here. For that, we have flexible classes, which includes morning, evening, and the weekend class. You can choose any class, whichever is convenient for you. Also, this career is now at the peak. This career pay rate increases from 1909 till up to 2109 now. I speak different languages, which includes Hindi, Punjabi, Urdu, Bangla, and our certificate is recognized all over the New York because we are licensed from Board of Education. Once you graduated from our school, you can work with any agency anywhere in New York. Our address is 110-05 Liberty Avenue, Queens. Guys, I know the name is Brooklyn Institute, but we are located in Queens. I repeat the address, 110-05 Liberty Avenue, Queens. 11419 is our zip code, and my number is 929-386-0092. If you have any questions, you can always call me, and I will be happy to answer all your questions. Don't forget to check our website, www.mybrooklyn.institute.com. Come join our school and get home health aid certificate, as we like to believe changing lives one student at a time.
A security guard employed by Bentley Security Service remains in police custody following the shooting death of a Kitty man. The dead man has been identified as Kevin Lakish. According to a report from the police authority, a 1-year-old supernumerary constable who was armed with a Glock 19 pistol and 14 live matching rounds was at the time performing duty at a prominent business place located at Delft and Campbell Avenue when he observed a man next to a container that belonged to the business. The police release explained that the man, who was armed with a chopper, was about 30 feet from where the security guard was standing. He was observed pulling at the padlocks that secure the container, which contained apples and other fruits and vegetables. Further, the police release noted that the security guard said he called out to the man to desist from trying to break the lock. The guard said the man then turned towards his direction and began to advance towards him aggressively with the chopper in his hand. The guard said he again called out to the man to desist, but he continued to advance towards him. As a result, the guard drew his firearm and discharged one round in the man's direction. The man took a few steps and fell to the ground. He was clad in a short pants, a white jersey, white socks, and a pair of red slippers. A black-handled chopper was seen on the ground next to him. The body was examined and what appeared to be a gunshot wound was seen to his left side face. 2 smoking utensils were found on him, one in his pants pocket and the other in his pants crotch. The firearm was seized and lodged. This news has understands that the post-mortem examination on the dead man's remains were done today and the police file was sent to the DPP for legal advice.
Washi. Hi people. Washing made so easy since I found Washi. Washing me use wash me clothes and I can say wash it soap powder, wash clothes so nice. Wash it soap powder, leave your clothes color bright. Wash it soap powder, leave me clothes smelling nice, of course. So give thanks to wash it soap powder for doing my laundry right. Keep my clothes color bright, have my clothes smelling nice for sure. I could not ask for more. Comes in lemon and original. It is a washing machine in a pack. Wash it soap powder, wash clothes so nice. Wash it soap powder, leave your clothes color bright. Wash it soap powder, have my clothes smelling nice, of course.
Distributors located in the Stabrook Market.
The Guyana Fire Service is continuing its investigation into a fire on Christmas morning which claimed the lives of a 30-year-old nurse and her 2 nieces. According to a statement from the Guyana Fire Service, those who perished in the Amelius Ward Linden home were Zella Lawrence, her nieces 16-year-old Angelica Lawrence and 8-year-old Ronica Lawrence. The fire service said firefighters were able to contain the blaze to the ground floor of the 2-storied wooden and concrete building owned by Veronica Headley. Destroyed in the fire, the release said, was a sofa set and 4 meters of ceiling, along with a quantity of clothing. Autopsies are to be carried out on the remains to determine the exact cause of death of the 3. Meanwhile, Home Affairs Minister Robeson Ben met with the families of the deceased and expressed his condolences. In a statement from the Ministry of Home Affairs, Minister Ben raised concern for public safety and urged citizens to exercise caution, especially during the festive season. This includes avoiding overloaded circuits, never leaving a lit stove unattended, and ensuring that matches and lighters are kept out of the reach of children. For these and other stories, do visit us at our website www.rdproductiongy.com.